Hello and welcome to a Smurp video, and today we are looking at X-Men issue 20 by Gerry Duggan, and we have this trading card variant cover which I do enjoy, reminiscent of the Jim Lee ones back in the early 90s, 91 and 92 if I remember correctly. I think this is more based on 92, I'm going to say. I could be wrong. Just get my camera in a good position. Apologies for that. So, Cyclops says this thing is a quote: "The X-Men aren't the Avengers. We don't wait for bodies to drop to suit up. Letting the Brood exist is unethical to all life in the galaxy. How long are we supposed to let this go on?" So the story begins with Jean and Magic catching up with Broo, who is currently on Arico, enjoying a nice holiday, sort of. Yeah, there we go. Let's get that in position. And they're telling him about the rampage. He says, well, that's impossible. We have a hive mind. I'm in control. And look, I can make them dance. And much of Magic's delight, they do Thriller. So Jean wants to go inside his mind to investigate a little bit. And he says, I'd rather not. She says, I'm not asking. You know, this is a universal attack that's going on. So, writer is Gerry Duggan. Stefano Caselli is on the art. Federico is on the colors. Feces, Clay, and Cows on the letters. And Tom Miller and Jay Bowen are on design as always. And I apologize if I said any names incorrectly, because we do not like to do that. Oh, and if you like my video, subscribe. Thank you very much. If you don't like it, well, I hope you do like it. But anyway, that's your prerogative. So that's why I don't say things during the video, because I'm crap at it. So the team have managed to get on a ship, and they are trying to escape. Now, one thing that made me weird is Gerry gives Cyclops, refers to Cyclops as being angry about what happened to Corsair in his near-death experience. Now, I guess this is a thought, because Cyclops, when he's in battle situations, he tries to think logically, strategic, unless it perhaps comes to somebody he loves. But he loves them all, doesn't he? Because, you know, they're family. So I just thought I'd mention that piece as well. So they're almost getting out, and they're ready to burn the thrusters. Iceman says, you can't hurt me, etc. And then we get another reference to you can only make me angry from Iceman. It felt a little bit out of character. I don't know. Because Iceman, once again, does he need to get angry about the Brood? Probably not. And we got to remember, Cyclops and Iceman probably had the less interactions with the Brood as well. He also says Cyclops was right, which I love. Right about we should have ended the Brood long ago. So Iceman is holding fort so the guys can get gone. And then he shrinks and gets on the thing. He also makes a joke saying that it's totally normal for men to suffer from shrinkage in extreme cold. That is all I'm going to say. That is all I'm going to say. But I find that humor in there, that adult humor in there, very amusing. So anyway, the team are going off. And Talon and Cinch are sort of congratulated on how well they did, and they said, well, we've been doing this for half a millennia, retreating, getting out, etc. So the ship's a mess, and he wishes Forge was there. Hence, we jump to this little backstory that is prodding in the background. This is what I love about Gerry. This is what I loved about the first part of X-Men. He's given us something in the background that we don't necessarily know what's going on, but it's there, etc. So Forge and Monet working on the Celestial Head Nowhere, and they're heading towards a black hole. And we also find out that Forge managed on the second attempt to get them back into their bodies, thankfully. So, Broo off the Brood, if I say it properly, is using his brood to go out and kill any slavers, any bad guys, etc., etc. He's not being modest about it. He's liberating them and being very loud. And magic refers to you're like a cosmic horror Dexter. So anybody who's watched TV show Dexter, he kills bad guys, but he's also sort of like a bad guy because bad guys. Anyway. I just thought that was funny, etc. So, Broo hasn't been sleeping. Broo hasn't been sleeping properly for a long time. Not really well. And this is the problem. So when Jean sends him to sleep, this was a nice little twist. And I'm happy that this has happened. Nightmare just rocks up out of the blue. So those who remember issue 4, that one issue after Doctor Strange's death, where Nightmare was, he was trying to read... get into mutants' minds and their nightmares, etc., pops back. And I love the fact, because Jean was very involved in that issue. And in fact, I only read that issue a couple of nights because I'm trying to catch up on Marvel Unlimited so I can start reading some of the newer X-related comics. So it's very cool that he is backing out of blue. It's such a cool twist, one that I was not expecting. So I love it, and I hope I've refrained from putting anything on that thumbnail for you, because I hope you're just as surprised when I've just said it out there. So he gives Jean a slap and said, "This is for Halloween," etc. And Magic, don't try and ruin my spotlight. She her shield absorbs the magic. However, Nightmare is very powerful. Hence why Doctor Strange had to stop him every time he tried to come in the dimension. We don't really see I've really read anything about Nightmare other than this, so I don't know the true extent of his powers. And he said when he was looking at mutants and the ways that he could use them, he said he was going to use Polaris to crash a lot of planes, but it seems so boring, particularly boring when I could do this. I could manipulate Broo, and I could go and sort of destroy the world in mutants' names. It's almost a brilliant as a sort of annihilation wave. Absolutely brilliant. So Broo says the X-Men will stop you, etc. So he's annoyed, etc. And where the X-Men are saving everybody, it is the wrong course of action. Nightmare has actually manipulated it so that everybody that's being saved is gonna either change or turn or do something in another civilization, and the X-Men are saving them and taking them to the other civilizations where they could perhaps get through Krakoa gas and potentially conquer the Earth. So he's manipulated this whole play, and it's absolutely brilliant and unforeseen. You could unforeseen this stuff, and that's what makes it so great, etc. He also refers to Captain Marvel. I'm currently reviewing Captain Marvel, Revenge of the Brood. So I'll be catching up with that. My intent is to catch up with that tomorrow. I've got 2 more issues before I think the final issue comes out, etc. So it's very, very decent, and the monsters are coming through, etc. So we also get reference to Sage says, "You won't believe the monsters come through Krakoa." So the story takes another twist, completely out of the blue, and we have Sage giving Emma the heads up before going to the council about somebody of significance coming through, husband of a mutant, and that mutant is Typhoid Mary. And Typhoid Mary is hoping to live in a tree. We get this weird little thing here, which is kind of annoying. And yeah, guess who's coming through the thing? This is the weird twist that just threw me, because I wasn't expecting it at all. Wilson Fix is married to Mary Typhoid. I cannot say it properly. And he's come to Krakoa for citizenship because of that marriage to Mary. And yeah, Kitty Pryde takes out Emma because she's so shocked by this. And then we got this Interpol arrest warrant. So Devil's Reign is Wilson Fisk's big event. I haven't read that. I think I'm gonna grab the omnibus when it comes out next year to read it. And he's got all these things, etc. And yeah, he is there to become a citizen of the end of Krakow. It's shocking. I'm absolutely shocked. So I've got to say, I really enjoyed this issue. It was some really, really cool, nice and twist, because the first issue, there wasn't as many twists. It was sort of like a rescue stroke trap, of course, yeah. Whereas this gives the twist of who's behind the brood taking over the universe, and just the Kingpin rocking up is just bizarre as hell, and I love it. So a fabulous issue, Gerry. You've got me giggling. I'm giggling on video. This isn't me just making stuff up. I'm generally finding these things either funny or shocking. So damn good job. And this is the Gerry Duggan that I damn well love reading. Love reading his stuff. So anyway, hope you like my video. So like I say, if you like my channel, please subscribe. Thank you to everybody that is subscribed. Jenny Sparks, if you're still reading X-Men, please hit me up. I'd love to hear what you thought of this issue. Make sure you look after yourself. Very important. And as always, embrace the geekiness. Take care. Goodbye.